What is up, guys? Tide Super Clean here. Today we're going to be talking about 3 articles that were posted on EDMtunes.com regarding Avicii. But first, let me just show off my brand new merchandise. I have a custom-made Super Clean hat, custom-made Super Clean t-shirt. I also have one in white and another one in a baseball tee. I don't know if I'm going to be actually selling these, but it's mostly for me. But if you're interested in purchasing one, just hit me up. Yeah, I'm digging it pretty well. So anywho, going back to the articles, let's go over these 3 articles. I'm gonna go over what it states in the article, and then I will give my opinion after talking about each article. So let's check it out. Family of Avicii releases sentimental statement regarding his death. Avicii's family releases a statement. It's been 3 days since the loss of the beloved Avicii, also known as Tim Bergling, and the dance community is still recovering. From tributes at Coachella to moments of silence in the Swedes' hometown of Stockholm, Avicii's passing has sent shockwaves throughout the world. Moments ago, Tim's family has spoken regarding the loss of their family member. We would like to thank you for the support and the loving words about our son and brother. We are so grateful for anyone and everyone who loved Tim's music and have precious memories of his songs. Thank you for all the initiatives taken to honor him, with public gatherings, church bell ringings out his music, tributes at Coachella, and moments of silence around the world. We are grateful for the privacy during this difficult time. Our wish is that it continues that way. With love, the Tim Bergling family. This has been a painful moment in the electronic music community, and not one to easily recover from. One can hope with this statement from the family we can all begin to heal from the tragic loss. Yeah, that's so rough. I'm glad the family was able to give a statement because, you know, a lot of Avicii's fans were just curious about what was going on. I just wanted to share this article because I thought it was a really nice sentiment from the family. It shows that they care about Avicii's friends and fans. So there's another article. Nicky Romero reveals Avicii sent him a folder of unreleased tracks in new interview. With the passing of Avicii, it seems the news just keeps pouring in for anything related to him. Everything from developments in his death investigation, the drama with Starkillers, which is what I'm going to talk about after this article, and even interviews with other DJs who want to give their thoughts and their last interactions with Tim have poured in. Nicky Romero took to Billboard to discuss the last time he saw Avicii prior to his death. Here's a small snippet on what he had to say on Tim. He was not focused on anything else but just the vibe, Romero says. He doesn't care about the latest plugins or the latest hypes. He could switch off and only be focused on what's important right now and just wanted to make music. That's something that I really admired and really stuck with me since the beginning. If you were with him, it felt like nothing else mattered but that studio session, but that song, and that particular chord, for example. He is really good at that. He was very focused only on music. He was a really good person, Romero says. Such a talented guy that was not ready to perform for so many people. You know, he was the one that wanted to make the music, but not so much the one who wanted to be on stage all the time. I'm so sad that the price was that high that he's not with us anymore. Nicky Romero has also said that him and Avicii had last communicated a month or so ago. When they last spoke, Avicii had sent Romero a few track ideas that he wanted to collaborate with him on. Their first collaboration, I Could Be the One, was notably Romero's first mainstream top 40 hit. We can only speculate on what these tracks could have had they ever been completed. Perhaps, maybe, they could one day see the light, as Avicii did have a bunch of music almost done before his death, which I believe was for his upcoming album. While we aren't expecting any official releases anytime soon, if we catch wind of anything possibly coming together, we will be sure to let you know. So you can check out the full article. This is on EDMtunes.com. So just look up Nicky Romero and Avicii, and then you can go ahead and click the little Billboard link on the bottom. That's pretty cool. I really hope that someday Nicky Romero is going to be able to release that music, because that's a lot of, you know, it's just awesome that he still has a piece of Avicii that he can share with the world. I'm looking forward to it. So, in contrast to Nicky Romero, there's this guy Starkillers who also was interviewed, and he released a track that he worked with Avicii, and he got a lot of backlash about doing that. So let's go ahead and check that article out. I'm gonna read it, and then we can check out his Twitter. Starkillers called out for releasing and using Avicii album for personal gain. It was just 3 days ago that news broke out about the sudden passing of Avicii. The news shocked everyone around the world. Fan and fellow musicians and DJs alike sent their prayers. With his death came the question of what would happen to any unreleased music. Fans love the opportunity to listen to anything Avicii may have put in countless hours of work into. Enter the unreleased album announcement from Starkillers. Excuse me. Starkillers on Twitter. This is the greatest of all time for real. Gonna miss Avicii. Here's the album we did in 2009. Rest in peace, Avicii. So many memorable times with you in Vegas. This was the world we got to create together. I hope you find peace, brother. What came next was such a bittersweet feeling of being able to listen to something Tim had worked on and never released. The excitement was real until more light was shed on the situation. In a matter of few posts, an act of good faith and remembrance was quickly exposed to be nothing more than an act for personal gain. Fans were quick to pick up on an unusual disconnect between Starkiller's tweets sent about Avicii in the past and his sudden good faith behavior tweets that called him out on it. One of those fans happened to be DJTide, who took things one step further and DM'd the artist himself. Check it out below. So Teggy says, I never screenshot private conversations, but after Starkillers wrote that to me, after I called him out, I had to. It's fucked for him to be using Avicii's death for clout. So, let's see if we can read these tweets. So as you can see here, the gray is Starkiller. It's not his album, it's my album. He was only a producer. He was being vetted on my platform, and his manager shut my album down right before labels came out. I didn't hate Tim at all. It's a celebration of my album, not Avicii's. I get to release my album. I didn't do anything wrong here. This is something that ultimately made me lose my house, my cars, everything. Tune in for the story. I don't want this to be. So then DJ Teggy says, why put it out after his death, man? Like it comes off opportunistic off of his death. Because him dying was the only way I would be able to put it out. So it's gonna come out. Fuck off, bye. You're sick, dude. Wow. Yeah, I have to agree that it does come off as opportunistic. I mean, judging from this conversation, no. You know, I mean, like Nicky Romero talked about his relationship with Avicii and creating tracks, but he didn't release anything yet. This guy, Starkillers, I guess, from the conversation, he just released the music to try to capitalize off of Avicii's passing. Let's go ahead and read more. The FPIA explained the way it really went down, Starkillers, even if that means being honest about Ash. Tidy says, Dear Starkillers, I've met you, I know you, I liked you, but what made you think it's okay to release unfinished or unapproved Avicii work so soon after his passing? I am trying to find good in this, but all I see is exploitation. Why? Help me understand. EDM Tune says, you have some explaining to do. While the current photo painted by all the allegations comes off as shady, many are waiting to hear exactly what the true story reveals, including us here at EDM Tunes, which is where I got the article from. According to Starkillers, we should be finding out later today when he explains all in a live feed as mentioned below. And as Starkiller says, hey, thanks for the tweet. Make sure to tune in Monday so you can hear the real true stories of what happened. It's really one you won't want to miss. So let's go ahead and click on his Twitter, see if we can find anything of some sort. So I'm guessing this is the live stream, so let's go ahead and take a listen.
Yo, Yo, what's up, internet? So let me address this here on Twitter, because obviously we can't get past the simple fact of why everybody thinks I'm such a piece of shit. Number one, I didn't release an album. That's the absolute God's truth. I didn't release an album. I didn't have any intentions to release an album. I let go of this album a long time ago. My brother is in media and runs a music blog and had his own relationship with Tim, especially in being in media and the whole thing. I didn't release an album. I'm not trying to clock gain on fucking this kid. It's really unfortunate that he died. His manager blocked my album right before Levels came out, right before Pressure came out. It ruined a lot of things in my life. His manager ruined a lot of things in my life and took his knowledge and blew through my camp and fucked with me really, really hard. Threatened me, shut down a lot of things, and intimidated me, and did these things as a young individual in the music industry. And then any time that I would try to ask or try to figure out the situation, I was shut down and fucked with, and Ash really, really came for me on this. So, and that's because he didn't have any publishing on my album. And Ash was infamous for this aspect of like being a part of records and stuff. So I can't tell you that I would have been a billionaire, I would have blown up. Like, I don't want to speculate because that's just bullshit, you know what I'm saying? But what I did do is I made an album that Tim was a co-producer on. It's a Starkillers album. It's not a Starkillers and Avicii album. Let's not get this fucking twisted. It's a Starkillers album called Killers and Rockers. Tim was a co-producer. Tim was absolutely nobody, and I gave him a shot in my camp, brought him from Sweden over to fucking America, and mentored him. I'm a nice guy. I love Tim. I'm sorry that he's dead, but I did not release an album. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Go on with your business and mind your own.
So let's go ahead and read some of the comments that people left. Always a humble one. Thank you, love. Always a pleasure. And his response. Tuan says, well, I don't believe everything I hear. For example, I don't believe you're saying you don't do this for attention over the back of someone who just died. The album was up 24 hours after the news of Avicii passing. You want a piece of attention, just admit it. What does this say? So this is a post from Alex. So you may or may not know that Starkillers is my brother and has had a major influence on my life when it comes to dance music. I chose my own path and decided that telling stories within dance music would be my contribution. I am a former producer and DJ in my own right. I played and produced under the moniker Smashbox and saw a little bit of success. I was signed to Dorn Records and Nervous and have tracks out across many labels. I can say this path was not for me, so I launched Fresh Music Freaks in 2015. I don't talk about my connections because there isn't etiquette when it comes to this. For years, I was close to Avicii as a friend. Him and my brother did great things before he blew up, and both of their work ethics were unsurpassed. I knew him before Seek Bromance, before Levels, when he was young, before he could get into clubs here in the US. He was an amazing soul that was eaten alive by the corporate music machine. He made millions, but as we all know, the cost was his life. All he ever wanted to do was make music. As all of this unfolds and details are released, remember that his music touched millions of lives. Enjoy some unreleased music. You don't know this, Avicii, but I did, and so did my brother, who wrote this music together with Austin Leeds when they were young. Rest in peace, Avicii, Starkillers. Scroll down a little bit more. You're repeating yourself, so you both want the attention. Well, I'm gonna stop giving you guys more audios. So it seems that some people are supporting Starkillers. Some people are calling him out on him and his brother out on, you know, capitalizing on Avicii's passing. What I'm kind of thinking is going to happen is, since he called out Avicii's former manager Ash, that there might be a reply pretty soon from Ash, and if so, I'll cover that in a future video. I mean, it seems exploitative for him to release a song or whatever after Avicii's passing, but if it's true and that most of the credit is his, then you know, maybe he has the right to do it. I'm kind of 50-50 on it, to be honest. I don't, you know, there's got to be more to the story than just what was said, so I'm just gonna stay neutral for now until more information comes out. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, follow me on my social media. Also, if you have any questions or if you have any ideas for any videos you want me to cover, just go ahead and leave a comment down below. Thanks guys, you guys have a good one. Aloha.